it's been a long time coming where I haven't ran ads for a bit over a week. And for some people that may be normal to them, but for me, not normal at all. For me, it's constant. So it's been a little break. And for the reason being, it's not because I'm tired and I wanted to take a break. Necessarily is because my ad account for Meta is constantly just getting disabled and banned with all my creatives attached to it. So it's just been a long process of trying to get it back and trying to find something that works so I can run ads consistently. So it's been a while, but while I talk with Meta support and try to figure things out with this and that, I have a bit more extra time. So a lot of the time that I've spent was about just looking back and doing more analyzing, thinking, bit of research, bit of learning, bit of studying, taking notes. And I want to make this video to talk about all the reason why I think I'm failing in ecom. And I think if I'm failing, a lot of people are probably failing, and it's usually sometimes the same issues. So I want to go over, which I realize that the thing is, I've said before that I feel like I have the knowledge. Right? And sometimes, or probably every test that I do, I'm not giving my 100% all. And the way I say that is because realistically, like I said, I have the knowledge. Like for some reason, I just think I know what to do and how to do it to reach, just to put it in some perspective, $100,000 in revenue. I truly believe I have the knowledge, but that knowledge is not coming to fruition with my actions. It's like I know I should do certain things maybe with creatives, but yeah, when it comes down to me making the creatives, maybe it's because I'm just brainlessly not taking that extra second to think about what's the best way to do it, or maybe I'm just lazy, whatever it is. But I know that every step of the way what I should do and how I should do it properly, and I don't do it. And another thing that I learned was that, look, I'm here to make big numbers, okay? I get it. You can do drop shipping in a certain way where you're probably making a few $1,000s max for every winner or product you get, but it dies within a week or two. Look, I'm not saying that I'm going to start a huge brand that's going to be, worth multi-millions of dollars in the future, but I think you should just put a bit more effort into treating it as a business and therefore treating it more as a brand. What I've learned is that a lot of people are doing this. A lot of people are using the shrine theme, and a lot of people are, it's out of your control, but a lot of people are scamming with those, with certain structures, right? So if you copy the same structure some customers have gotten scammed by other people. Now, whenever they see the same structure, they're going to think, oh, dropshipper, scammer, and not buy. And just the same thing with doing product research. I learned that, when there's a hype about, oh, everyone now is using PP ads, then maybe you shouldn't use PP ads. You see, I feel like the actual way to get around this is to do the opposite of what the majority is doing. Because if you do what the majority is doing, you're going to get the majority of the results, right? And I've learned this from someone who's doing 50K months, where he's like, I saw everyone going to like Winning Hunter. So he's like, I went back to PP ads. And when now everyone's going to come back to PP ads, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to do organic, whatever it is. But like, he kind of looks and follows the trends and just does the absolute opposite. And that was another thing I've learned, because it's like you're taught sometimes to just, everyone's doing this, it works for everyone, so do it. But it works for everyone, and maybe you're getting 1K days. But like, I'm not trying to be like, who the fuck am I? Right now I'm getting 0, but I passed that kind of achievement. Like, I had a store having me 1, 2, almost 3K days. I want more. I want 10K days, you know? So in order to do the 10K days, you got to follow what people that are making 10K days. And they're kind of doing the, you know, there's something about what they do that makes them such big numbers unique. Like, I usually find the majority, if anything, the majority of people that make big numbers, it's always something like that, not, there's always something that they're doing that not the majority is doing. Like, you know, there's something unique about it. So I feel like, obviously, I get it. You know, I fully agree that if you're not very skillful in ecom, you maybe shouldn't dive in and look straight into like building a humongous brand. But like, I don't also think you should do pump and dumps, because you're not going to learn much from it. At the end of the day, you're trying to learn skills in order build a multi-million-dollar brand later on, right? So like, for me, I 100% agree that when you find a winner, don't just scale the ads by increasing or decreasing budgets and then fuck off. Like, try to keep it for months, half a year, even a year. That would be amazing. And those are the people that are making, like, you know, the 500 to $1 million in rev. Like, they're not just fucking around with these one pump product stores that it's like a week or two, a month max, and it's like, GG's, like, it's done. So I feel like, even if you don't think you need it necessarily, like, build a fucking email list for your customers. Like, even though you might not see your brand within the next year, who cares? Like, learn the skill, because eventually you're going to need to build an email list for your customers for your bigger brand later down the line. Like, learn skills. So this ties back to why I think I'm failing from the start, from the get-go, is because I'm looking and competing with products that everyone is doing. I'm looking at these ad spy tools that everyone's looking. I'm looking for what's trending right now, ignoring the fact that like almost 1,000 other kids are looking at the same exact product, and, you know, taking the competitors' ads, not coming up with anything unique that separates me from the competitor. So like, where do I expect that? How am I going to do better? You know, if they're doing 5K days, how can I expect 5K days or more? If they've been in the game for a while, their pixel's more warmed up, they have already customers coming in. If I have nothing more unique, how am I going to beat them? At the end of the day, it's competition. That it's literally in the name. It's your competitor. You have to compete with them. You have to do something better. So for me, now that I took the time to analyze, I know this is just a yapping session, a rant, but I truly believe it's beneficial for me. I'm just talking for me. Hopefully you find something valuable too, because maybe you relate to some of these issues. But what I've realized is that my biggest winner so far in my ecom journey was not something trending. It was something that had proof of concept in the past. It worked in the past, but it wasn't trending currently. And the thing uniquely that I did was I just moved it from a different platform. But technically, if I had the knowledge back then, I would have scaled it better than I did. I was just decreasing budget and just fucking enjoying profits. And then I was bitching or like getting worried or stressed that my profit margins were dying. But of course, I wasn't doing anything about it. All I did was like add extra products to make it look more of a branded store. But majority of people didn't even look at them anyways. I got a few purchases from the extra products that I added, but I wasn't even promoting them. Like, for me, it's like, I don't know. I personally think that I'm not saying you should do any of this. I'm going to kind of move away from trending products. Like, I have a few products I want to try that I guess you can say is trending that, I might give a shot. But, I think within the next few weeks, when I figure something out with my ad account, I'm generally just going to put my own brain into the business, treat it as a business instead of looking at what's trending, what products working. Kind of look at it more as I need to serve people. I need to understand my customer and serve them to the best of my ability. Like, make sure the product quality is good. Make sure your website is not like every other layout of every dropshipper possible. Like, even if it's some random fucking theme, use it just so you're unique. Like, the theme is not what makes fucking people click, right? Your creatives, come up with your own hooks. I'm not saying completely change the whole fucking creative or edit it yourself, especially at the start when you're testing. But, it's so simple to just find a creative and then just make like 10 hooks for that one creative. And just with that creative alone, you have 10 different ads, 10 different angles, 10 different ways to speak to an audience that maybe no one else has spoken to before. Like, I really tend to find myself knowing all of this, and when it finally is time to work, my brain just shuts off. I'm kind of like on autopilot mode, and it's just like, okay, use this theme, use ChatGPT, find products on PPS, look at the metrics, like, I'm sure obviously that's like when you spam test, you might find some lucky one winner, but I think like I've said it before, I'm moving away from testing so many products. I would rather spend a week on a very good test rather than testing 5-6 products in that week. I don't know, because I'm striving for big numbers. I want something big. I don't want some few K days. I want big numbers. Like, I want life-changing money. I want 10K days. So I think you got to think big, and you got to think more of a business. Again, I think the most valuable lesson, if you take anything from this video, is to just treat your business as a business and look on how to serve your customer to the best of your ability. So I think if you come from that perspective, I think a lot of the shit you do will change, and I think you will get closer to seeing your results. And just like how I believe it works for me as well. So thank you for watching, and I believe in every single one of you watching this video. I'm not a huge channel, but I know if people don't really look at the numbers, they look at truly just the authenticity and value. I think just right there, you're already the type of person to not have brain rot and truly seek for improvement and value. And I think that's why I always say, like, I believe in every single one of you that you're going to make it. And when you do, I'll fucking see you at the top.